Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to 8BP Plays. So, today we're doing a little bit of an untraditional video if you're thinking about my channel's title, and that is a tier list. Now, when I made this channel, I had it in mind that all of my old content would carry over here, so as in like things that I would do for old content, and that does include tier lists, top 10s, and things like that, not just gaming series and other things like that. I know I'm due a Subnautica episode. I will get to that, don't you worry. I'm just farming for the things that I lost out on because of a save corruption, that's all. But today's tier list is going to be a special one because I should have done this 2 weeks ago now, when just like a week after it released, and that is KSI Dissimulation. Why do I have two, you might be wondering? Well, that's because the first run of this CD, which was this one, actually has an error in the audio for Down Like That, which doesn't include Lil Baby's verse. So for everyone who purchased it, got the second run of it for free. So that was pretty cool. So now I have 2 copies of Dissimulation Deluxe, and I'm not complaining because it's a really, really good album, very good. I just wish it was in a jewel case rather than a paperback case. But anyways, yeah. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be ranking the songs. This was a breakdown video I originally did plan for the main channel, which is obviously linked in the description as always, but the plans fell short basically, so instead we're doing a tier list. So without further ado, vamonos. Alright, so we are of course using Tier Maker, the only tier list website you should really be using, because it's really fucking easy to use, and they've got a lot of good community tier lists, and you can make your own as well. So we're going to go in order of what's being displayed here, which I think is the order that they are on the album. Yes, they are indeed. I may need to refresh myself on some songs here because I've listened to the album 3 times. Yes, 3 times. But some of them I don't remember all that well. So I'm just going to open up my music folder and open up the album, because you do get a digital download with the purchase of the physical CD. So I'll just order these by number, and if I need a quick refresher, then I'll tell you what, I'll just give myself a quick refresher on all of them. I'm not going to play the entire song on video, but just like a snippet of it, really. What you been on? I do remember a lot of this track. Yes, I remember this track.
Yeah.
This is a really good track. I love this track.
Yeah. Fuck you been on. Fuck you been on. What you been on? What you been on? I've been on holiday. Pay for the tickets, man. Fuck you been on. Fuck you been on. Fuck you been on.
Yeah, honestly, it's a great track. As a music producer myself, and obviously seeing what KSI has done in the past, it's nice to see him take this, direction towards things as well. I think it's kind of nice. It's refreshing. And it is honestly a really, really, really good song. It's one that you can vibe to and just stick on at any time, car radio, whatever. So I don't know if this is a popular choice, but it's going in God. I think this is a God tier song, personally. It's just my type of music, basically. It does it like, yes, the auto-tune's a little bit, too, trying to fit in with the times and whatnot, but it is a fantastic song, and I can't fault it, basically. Next song is Cap, featuring Offset. Now, I'm not the biggest Offset fan, and I'm not the biggest fan of this song either, but I'm going to give myself a quick refresher before going on to ranking it, criticizing it, or whatever. The instrumental's alright, I don't mind the instrumental at all. It's the performance and the speed, like the tempo and the performances as well.
I cannot pretend if I don't. I can tell the fake from the fraud. Out here checking chins for the bank. That's why I can't be no friends with no cap. We 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 no cap.
It's a very repetitive, but it's really catchy. Like the hook is really good. Just because of how catchy it is, because of how repetitive, if that makes sense. Like performances, alright all around. Obviously, relying on the autotune a bit much because KSI's still developing his singing voice. I'm not good with singing either. But like if you just give me like a rap to perform, If it's something that's not too vocally required, then I would be able to do that perfectly fine. That's kind of like mine and his style. I have a deep voice. Obviously his is deeper, and mine does tend to break every now and then. So it's one of those weird things. But then you've got someone like Joey Nato who can just kill anything, whether that's rap or actually using his vocals to his advantage. Same with Randolph, but his isn't as deep, if that makes sense. So it's a unique style, but in terms of the verses, I'm not the biggest fan of the verses. They're okay, from what I remember anyways. They're okay, you know, they're not the best things I've ever heard in the world. And there was definitely a lot of room for improvement on this song, and it's just not really my type. It could have been faster, I think. So I'm going to put this in good. Like, it's close to being a banger, but if it was a bit faster and it had a bit more energy to it, it would have been banger in my opinion. Because coming from what you've been on to Cap in order of the album, because that's how you'd listen to it if you was going progressively and not just singular listens, it's just good. But if it's a banger, if it's on its own, it probably would be banger. If you get the direction I'm coming from. That's why when I'm putting together my albums, I consider the order of the songs, before just putting it out there. Because ordering your songs on an album is extremely important to keep the listener captivated. It's something that I didn't start out well doing at first, and it's something I faltered a little bit on my second year anniversary album. I can admit that. But in albums like Volume 6, which has since been rest in peace, and also Heartbreak, which is also been rest in peace, those albums were my two favourite ones, simply because of the songs that were included on it and the way they was ordered. That's quite simply, quite easily, and that's the best way to break it down. Next song is Poppin', a very controversial song. Not a lot of people like it, but this is the thing about Poppin'. You need to realise why the song is a grimy banger, because Lil Pump and Smoke Perp came from grime bangers like this. But if it's just something that if it's something that you don't listen to, like a grimy song like this, you're not gonna like it. And as someone who doesn't like grime at all himself, so I don't like people like Stormzy, I don't really like the song a lot, and I do not want to listen to much of it, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I can appreciate it for what it is, but see, this is the thing. If Cap had the same energy as this song, it would have been better. But it doesn't. And I love the wordplays, and not wordplay, but I love the lyrics in this song. They are really well written lyrics, apart from a few verses. The instrumental's great, and the flow throughout is fantastic. Probably one of JJ's best. But the only issue is the genre of it. It's not something I can hear myself listening to all the time. I do appreciate it more listening to it now than I did when it first released, but it's still not one of those songs that I can learn to love, I don't think. It's not a bad song by any means, but I'm going to listen to the rest of it through and cut back when I'm at the end. Yeah, it's just something I can't hear myself listening to, really. But in terms of, it's just something that you have to consider for everyone else, not just yourself. And in terms of the way the song's made, it is quite genius. And even though I don't like it, I can say that a lot of people who can appreciate the musical genius behind it will like it. So I'm going to have to put it in good. To me, it's just alright, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a good song. Cap is good only because it needed more energy. That's my opinion, anyways. But yeah, what can I say? This next song, however, this is what Cap needed as well. It needed to be like this, something that appeals internationally. This song has been featured on the radio recently. I was going for a drive not long ago and this song came on. The song is appealing across the globe, and that's why this is probably one of the best songs, if not the best song on the album. It's a great listen. It appeals to everybody, and it could be used in any circumstance. This sounds like something from Fast and Furious, or even FIFA. And I don't play a lot of FIFA, and I know this could fit in a FIFA game. It's a fantastic song. The performances from KSI, Swarms, and Tion were amazing. Absolutely amazing song. I don't need to say anything else about it, and I don't need to listen to any more of it. I already know this is going straight to God. Quite easily one of the best songs KSI or any YouTuber has ever made. That's just that hands down. But moving on to Bad Little Vibe. Right, before we get into Bad Little Vibe, it's generic, I get that, but it works. It's another one of those songs that just works. Just a lot of people are going to listen to it and a lot of people are going to like it. And it fits a lot of situations. It's short and sweet and it gets to the point. That's the thing with Bad Little Vibe. You can't fault it. It's just one of those songs that, like Houdini, appeals to a lot of people, but not as good. Or say not as much, in my opinion.
Baby, won't you bang my line? Cause if you bad and broke, that's a sign that you messing with a lame, wasting time. Let me take you to the hills for the vibes. Bad little vibe trying to tell me when I dribble down in a friendly. And now I'm so mad, lot of envy. Talk that shit behind my back, but be friendly. Hopping in and out of groups you wanna play.
And this is the thing about this song as well. The instrumental is so well done. Just to captivate the song's title alone. Bad Little Vibe. That's what this is. It's a bad little vibe. They nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Lyrically, it's not some of the best verses KSI's ever made. But obviously the hook from Jeremiah, however you say it, is great. Really, really talented vocalist. And when you hear JJ trying to put in some vocals, if I can find it. He does try, and you can tell he is trying. Obviously the auto-tune is there to help synthesize it, so you can just listen to it. It sounds something mainstream, basically. And it is there to assist him as well and aid him, because his vocals, like he stated, he's still working on them. It's something that is to be improved upon, and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate him actually stepping out of his comfort zone to do these things for the album. It's bold, to say the least. But the song itself, it's great. It's a great listen, really, really great listen. It's got the appeal that Houdini has, and overall, it's a really good song. It's got the energy, the tempo, and the talent behind it. It's a banger. Not quite God tier, but it's a banger. Moving on to How It Feel. I don't really remember this one. Oh no, I remember this one now.
You the best, how it feel. How you woke up looking like you got a only popping deal. Cool.
And there again, with he's trying to put the singing voice into it, which it does work. And then in the background as well, with the really high pitched ad libs, that's him, surprisingly. And he can reach those pitches, and he can hold those pitches. He just needs someone to guide him. It feels, because with the way that the album sounds, it sounds like he just did it himself in a booth, and just went with what he had, with people monitoring the sound quality, and then obviously adding the things in post-porn effects. There goes Steam. But he just needs more supervision. I personally think he needed more supervision in terms of his vocals throughout the entirety of the album. But he does do a really good job, considering it's his first time in this type of music genre, I think. The only other time I can recall him trying to do something like this is in Slow Motion, from New Age, and it works well because of the tone of the song and the pacing of the song. But in songs like these, it doesn't work as well, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at here. And also as well, if this camera angle's a little bit weird and funky, I don't like it as much as my old one, which was just the camera on top of the monitor. Just in case returning subscribers are seeing this I have to compromise now because of the way my new desk is set out and the PC's all the way over there. The USB doesn't reach, so I've put aside my new microphone to use it as a camera stand for now, which is a bit depressing.
Love to celebrate the gang and never running out of cheese.
Yeah, I can appreciate this song. It's a really good listen. It's a great listen. The lyrics, they sit well, but obviously it could be better. It's a nice blend of vocal talent as well as rapping ability from KSI. So There's not much I can say about it other than it's a good song. That's just it, a good song. Okay, this is a this is a weird one. Wake Up Call. Now, the song is unbelievably catchy. It's like Houdini. It has the appeal. But the fucking lyrics to this song are some of the weirdest I think I've heard from KSI. Also, the Yoshi remix is really cool. Did they put it on the album? They didn't. They shouldn't.
Don't wake up when it's too late. They might think that you hate me. I'ma get it in while you wait. Better late than never. Yeah, just a wake up call. Ain't no walking out, you better wake up, dog. Yeah, just a wake up call. Every other day I'm getting cake right, yo. Yeah.
Super catchy chorus. Extremely catchy chorus. I love it. Trippie Redd does a really great job in bringing the energy and the vibe to it as well. The music video for this song is hilarious. Obviously, we're not counting the music video here and as well. The live performance for Sport Relief was great as well. It was great. The songs, it's a great listen, but the only thing that lets this song down is the verses. The verses are, to put it lightly, terrible. The flow isn't energetic at all. It just sounds really half-assed. And I get it goes with the music video and the tone of, you know, what's being said here, but it just sounds really half-assed, which isn't necessarily a good appeal, because you're going from something as high energy as the chorus from Trippie Redd to just basically mumble rapping. It's close to mumble rapping anyways, with some questionable lyric choices. Where's the most notable one?
In different avenues, Trippie my revenue. Don't see me ever lose. I jump hurdles like kangaroos.
KSI has stated that it's not entirely his fault the lyrics came out this way, so I'm guessing he had people help him write this song. But yeah, it doesn't work well. Like, most of the lyrics really don't work well. I can see what they was going for, but it doesn't work. So if the lyrics didn't let it down, it would be in banger, but it's only going to be in good because of the lyrics. This next one I'm really excited for. This is in my top 3 from the album, maybe in my top 10 KSI songs ever. It's so good, featuring some extreme talent as well.
Hey, how no, you don't know who you're.
That girl with that look in her eye, that'll make the devil stop. Papi telling me, can you handle my type? Falling on my level now, 'cause mommy's a killer. She like the reader. So papi tell me, can you handle my type?
Best hook in the entire album. It's so fucking good. It's so catchy. Iona Lee needs more recognition than she gets. She's extremely talented vocalist, and this song encouraged me to check out more of what she does, and she's great. She's absolutely fantastic. Provides an incredible hook, incredible vocal talents, like I said. Everything in that hook works so well, and the gunshots do so much to amplify it as well. The best hook in the entirety of the album, and I mean that. I really do mean that. It's so good. This is probably my most listened track in the entire album. Well, from the album releases anyway, not counting things like Down Like That, or just like other pre-releases. Let me just look at the track list, because I know Down Like That was released to the Logan fight. What else was released beforehand? Wake Up Call, obviously, Houdini, and then Poppin'. Yeah, so Down Like That is my most listened because it's been out for longer. But in terms of album exclusives, this is my most listened. It's brilliant.
Hell no, you don't know who you're fucking with. Music punching all the internet, I kill all of that. 20 million when I see the net, I made all of that. Even when I'm ill, I see the vet, I'm an animal. They know I'm eating up the threat like I'm Hannibal. I got no reason to panic when all the money paid. Tailor made, wearing the money now that I'm feeling sway. Money made, now I can choose the weather on any day. Anyway, king of the drama, killing it every day. Oh, no, you hurting cause you always throw back.
Mommy's a killer. She like the reader. So papi tell me.
See, the thing is about this hook as well that makes it stand out so much is that, like, I should say the instrumental in general. It's just that, you know, how unique it is. It sounds like there's a story being told through it, obviously. As someone has actually illustrated into a special music video that KSI featured from his Reddit recently, which was really fucking good. But the xylophones in the background make this instrumental stand out quite a lot. Like, it just sounds, it's not music box. It's hard I can't describe it. Like, if I just go back to the start, it's like someone's playing a singular note on the piano keyboard, and they're like doing, like, distorting it or something like that to give it this effect. And then when the chorus kicks in, like, you can, it's like, there's like a xylophone playing in the background, and it sounds really, really good. I think it's a xylophone anyway. It could just be another distorted keyboard for all I know, or a keyboard with some sort of effect on it.
Fiddling, and another man, and then I'm leaving them piddling. I'm a beast when I'm on it, harder than your bonnet. I really want it like Buffalo needing women.
The lyrics are really good. They do sit well. It's catchy. It flows well. Like, KSI's flow in this song is really fucking good. It's fast. It's energetic. Everything about this song just stands out so well. It's one of the best songs in the entire album, if not the best. I can't decide on that just yet, but it goes instantly into God tier. So good. This song was pushed a lot by JJ Domain, and I can't blame him. High energy, strong vocals, and it sounds like there's a lot of emotion put into this one. The only problem is, let me listen.
This is the domain, gas up like propane, glowed up with gold chain, moto with new gains. I'm from the world wide web, how I'm catching all these fucking vermin.
I like the energy, and I like the aggression coming from it, because it's kind of like one of those type of songs anyways. But that part there, you know, the fucking vermin, it doesn't sit too well with me. It could have been done better. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, you could.
Yeah, I'm burning, why they concerning over the shit I'm earning. Domain, gas up like propane, load up with gold chains, moto with new gains. I'm from the world wide web, how I'm catching all these fucking vermin. Still I'm curving, I'm just confirming all of the shit I'm learning. Yeah, and I switch it up like I'm Shyamalan.
Again, I have to say, there goes the voice crack. There's always one. The thing that I have to say about the instrumental is this part with the choirs. How you can just hear it very gradually going through, like a dun 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 dun, like gradually, ever so slightly getting higher pitched as it goes along. It sounds really well. And it's just a mysterious vibe of a song with the aggression part on top of it that makes it stand out from the rest. I can see why this song was pushed so much compared to, you know, the other ones. But then again, the feelings towards this one are a little bit mixed.
Splitting up how I'm making money and I stay the
flow
villain like
here
a
is
shadow
good,
con.
and the
Nigga
word
had
play
to
lyrics
switch
are
it up
really good as
another
well.
level with the transformation Megatron. Hungry girl wanna come along, come fast like Ramadan. Oh shit, now I'm on my biz like power fatal like I'm Kun Lao. I'm killing it while the accountant is filling it, bringing in wishes. Dende, I've let it like I'm Loretta.
I appreciate the Dende line. I'm just saying. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I can't help but like the Dende line, and also the Cooler line. Oh shit! What was the Cooler line in? I forgot. Which song was it? It was Cap. Cap was the one with the Cooler line, I believe. And then down like that's got Freezer as well. So there's a few Dragon Ball references in this album actually. And then in New Age there was a song dedicated to Beerus. But yeah, I can appreciate that lyric. Oh, and look who's here as well, just a party bomb as he always does.
Yeah, who's talking?
In every video I make, he always pops in, and I have to edit it out, I swear to God. And there goes the ambulance again. Staples, people. But yes, Domain, extremely powerful track, fantastic flow, everything about this song stands out. The only thing that prevents it from being in God tier, in my opinions anyway, is the slight inconsistencies. And if you know what I mean by that is the parts that I like and the parts that I don't like. For example, the very high energy hook goes from all this, and then when he says fucking vermin, it just sounds really forced. It doesn't sound natural. And then the instrumental, sometimes it's just, well, no, actually no, it's not a fault of the instrumental. It's more like the effects on the vocals. Sorry, that because yes, it's on every song here, but sometimes it doesn't blend as well as I want it to. And that's just one major turn off, and it doesn't also sound like something you listen to a lot. Well, me personally. So it's going to have to go into a banger, but it's still a fantastic song. Did I just move something out of God, or was there three of them? I can't tell because it looked like something moved. I don't remember. Anyways, Down Like That is a song I've been listening to. Down Like That is a song I've been listening to quite a lot recently, like a lot. Because only now have I started to appreciate the genius behind this song. You start with simple piano only, with quieter, basically, to set the tone. And then you've got hard bass to set this like villainous tone with high pitched well, not high pitched vocals, but decently pitched vocals from SX.
Go and let me down like that, hey, down like that. Oh why you go and let me down like that, hey, down like. I was nothing but loyal to you and from the start.
It kicks in, the vocals get pitched higher, and it sets an extremely villainous tone. It sounds great. Like, really fucking good. I love SX. Like, SX, he's just extremely talented vocalist. He needs more recognition.
You changed up on me as soon as things don't get it on. I've always seen it like a spider's being in the dark, and you let me.
And the fact that you can barely understand what he's saying as well amplifies the villainous thing, because sometimes villains you can't really understand what they're saying, simply because it's either a confusing monologue or it's just mumbled. That's just my take on this anyway. Yeah, but then we get to JJ's verse, and JJ's got a really good verse as well, I think. It's not one of his best in the album, but it's a good verse.
Yeah, I want that knockdown. Fuck up the system, make it shut down. I'm cold with this. Slow man down like Freezer. Wanna backstab like Freezer. Dictate death like Caesar. Always come through with a beat. Gotta do a lot of trouble me. Visionary still want tunnel me. Me the unit that will chuckle me. Devil is used when they're aiming at the prophet. I meant to pain to you nothing. Remember what I said when that pussy tried moving with the ops. Like bad with the blocks, nigga.
Great pace, absolutely great pace. Slow, then medium, then fast at the end. It's great, it works really well. Back to SX.
Why you gotta go and let me down like that, hey, down like that. Oh why you go and let me down like that, hey, down like. I was nothing but loyal to you from the start.
Like the lyrics as well, they just really do sit well.
You changed up on me as soon as things don't get it on. I've always seen it like a spider's being in the dark, and you let me down.
It's the biggest in the game.
It's great. The way that it transitions from Rick Ross to Lil Baby is great for starters, and then obviously Rick Ross. It's fucking Rick Ross. Rick Ross's verse sounds half-assed to say the least. Like, it's not a bad verse by any means, and his performance is good. It's what we expect. But compared to the rest of the song, it doesn't match as well. Lil Baby's at first I didn't like, but then obviously the build up for the instrumental kicking into it, and then his vocal style kind of blending with it, it works really well. It's a fantastic song, one of the best songs KSI's ever put out, going right into God tier instantly. Absolutely fantastic. Undefeated. I don't remember much about this one. Never mind, I do remember quite a lot about this one. Not one of the most memorable songs from the album.
Drop top, I'm spitting it, ay. Undefeated in the drop top, I'm spitting in. Every building that just swallow like a cinnamon. Never minimum visible with a pedigree. When I see you, better keep up with that energy. I say undefeated. Always go bad for now, the floor is heated. Keeping it moving like in the Caribbean. Win, that's what my people saying. Gang is always full of what we eat. DJ to the city for the beat. If they get a table, then I'm gone. Alcohol to raise my serotonin. Yeah, better keep up with that energy. Don't get better when you end up as an enemy. Another pussy wanna talk till they get punched up by this ebony. I'm a staple in the game. Start the paper and I held her with a name. Strapped
And this is the thing. I love the instrumental, how it blends. Obviously, you know, your traditional type of beat nowadays for songs like this, but then it adds the flute into the background. The flute sounds really nice. I love flute in songs. It's so good. But the problem is, it's just the pacing of the lyrics and the vocals. It's really off balance. It starts decently fast, but also kind of pulled back. Kind of like what Eminem does with his music, especially like Rap God. He'll start going fast, but then all of a sudden he goes a bit slower, then back to fast, so it's hard to try and keep up with his lyrics. So like, you know, at the start you've got, you know, like laptop in my back pocket, my pen will go off and I half cock it, you know, things like that. It starts simple and fast, and you can keep up with it. But then when it comes to the Bill Clinton thing, you know, like made a living and a killing ever since Bill Clinton was still in office, with Monica Lewinsky filling on his nutsack, I'm an MC, and then it just carries on. It's things like that that'll throw you off pace, which works in a song like Rap God, but in a song like this it doesn't necessarily work. The song's alright. It's basically boasting about his winning streak, essentially. It's just, I'm sorry, but it's the first one that goes into alright. I don't like it that much. It's alright, and I do love the instrumental. There's just so much more that could have been done with the vocals, like the vocals, and also the pacing. In my opinion, it just puts me off. But that's just me. So you might like this song, but I'm not the biggest fan. Millions is also one that a lot of people like, but I don't like as much musically, if this makes any sense. I understand that it's a deep song and it's a personal song, and it's one of those ones that I put in there to reflect. It's like with my album Heartbreak. I made that album the second something happened that I felt, you know, a little bit distraught over, and then literally the day I published it, I was distraught the day before that as well. So it was kind of uncanny timing. But with a song like this, it just reflects over the bad things that have happened in the last year or two for him, and also his personal life troubles as well. So I can respect that. People do make songs like that. I've made songs like that before, and I've made an album about that. But like, I don't mind the hook, like the chorus. It's alright. He could have done a bit more with the vocals. Again, you know, he's trying too hard to sing.
Screaming for all the reasons that you wanted more appealing and attention. You turned my blood against me. You made me hate my bestie. You fucking ruined me, man. But you don't care. Every message that I would send would just air.
It just sounds like he's talking. And that's what I don't like about songs, especially with people. I'm going to say his name now, and I'm going to get bollocked for this by all the girls. I hate H. He just talked into his microphone. And he has a voice that sounds like he's singing. Or should I say trying to sing. Because, like, he has a deep voice like mine, but it's also slightly higher pitched than mine. So it sounds like he's putting an effort into it. And it's shit. I hate H, and I don't like the grimy beats he raps over either, if you can call it rapping. But with this song, there was a lot of time put into the lyrics. I can appreciate that, and also it's a hard thing to sing about things like this, but it's just not something I'd personally listen to. So it's going with Undefeated in Alright. Complicated. What the hell is complicated? Oh! Oh, I heard this.
Shit's so complicated, they even really hate.
Alright. I can appreciate that one, actually. I'd imagine the chorus is just going to play through again. But I quite like that one. The beat's a little bit untraditional in terms of the sound effects it uses. The vocals were solid for a change. Like they all sound solid. The flow was good. Some of the lyrics sit well. And the part where he's like, low, whoa, 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 whoa. I like that. I really like that. So upon what I think is first listen, I don't remember that song. That's going straight into good. Not the good. That's a good song. Okay. This one, Tides. It's a good song, but it's not God tier. Everyone's saying it's God tier. It is not God tier. I'm saying that right now. And I stand by that. I don't care who's on it. I'm just saying. It's not God tier.
There you go.
It's a good vibe though. Oh no, too early. quite some crowd with this.
Let me put you on a flight. Copy with no rolling in the eyes. See me flying speed on the.
Yeah, and upon that part, the song just sounds the same all the way through. Solid vocals, really good hook, displaying a bit more vocal talent. But yeah, it's just I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this one, but it's a banger. It's not God, it's banger. It's just one of those songs that is good to listen to. That's it, and every aspect works really well. It's just nothing special, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I remember this song. I swear to God this song is a remix of Champagne from New Age, because the way that the instrumental is, it sounds basically identical to Champagne. And if it is, I don't mind that, because it's a nice little thing, because New Age was by KSI and Randolph, who are both on this track with SX as well. And like I said before, I love SX, he's great. But this song's fantastic. And again, SX vocal talent, so good. KSI should make us an album with SX just entirely. Let's give it enough.
We just faded in the night. Yeah. She just want a night to remember. I told her something that she likes. I said she's leaving here with me.
Yeah, duplex living while counting riches. Every time we enter, astonishing, taking pictures. Never praying though while my mama keep reading scriptures. Sorry, but who else gonna be caring for all these strippers? I'm puking in Gucci slippers, drinking that Fiji water, texting my sexy PA, make sure my things in order. Jetting through all these borders, I'm bossed down like Neptune. Pack her up on my odor, so millions is how I'm smelling. I love it when they're complaining. Don't fuck with those that settle. Invite me to your shit, but I don't give a fuck about medals. Watching them backpedal, my level is never zero. Reaping all my soul and then only you niggas knowing, cause I'm malady. Better living with a family. Blood type, no type, all type, shit is all fine with me. Champagne spraying all on my table. Party life is my label. Cutting out all this drama and killing this Cain and Abel shit.
Oh, yeah, we just shut the whole club down. 100 bottles doesn't feel like enough now. And you're
So like I said at the beginning, don't mind him up there. So yeah, like I said at the beginning, SX brings some extremely talented vocals to the table as usual, and I really do want to see more of SX on KSI songs. The lyrics from KSI and Randolph are a bit generic, unfortunately. The good verses, don't get me wrong, but they're a little bit generic, that's all I'm saying. But the song is a fantastic listen, and that's what's important, so it goes straight into banger. And we've only got one song left to do, and that is the Poppin' remix. This is going to be a weird one, because as much as I don't necessarily like this song, I think this version is better than the original. Only because Lil Pump doesn't have his verse. It's replaced with Crypt. And Crypt brings some really good rapping to the table. Fast rapping as well. Skilled, fast rapping. Crypt is really underrated. The only problem with Crypt is he needs to try and get out there a bit more, and he needs to give some more intellect into his lyrics, because he tries to tell a story, but there's no intellect or context behind it, basically. So that's a shame. It's a bit of a letdown. And I'm not going to play through the song. I'm just going to skip to Crypt's bit, because it's just the same song, just without Lil Pump.
Getting hot, stop and drop and roll. I guess that's why my streams do steam a lot. I'm popping, they down the hammer, man. I'm on to the teeth like I'm brushing with baking soda. What I spit is so clean.
Crypt does bring quite a lot of goodness to the table here in terms of his rapping ability. He's fast, he's fluent, and he's understandable, which is good. He's like, not Eminem levels, but he's fast and he's good. He's understandable like Eminem. So in terms of this remix, I'm going to close down the music player. In terms of the Poppin' remix, it's going into good as well. It's not quite up to banger, because it's still not my type of music. But yeah, that's my finished tier list. If I had to pick a favourite from the album, that's actually a really difficult call. I can't really pick a favourite, because I can't decide between Killer Killer, Down Like That, and Houdini. I'd probably have to go with Killer Killer though. Killer Killer is probably the best song on the album. It's fantastic, really, really good. Close second being Houdini. But yeah, the worst song on the album is probably Millions. Not because it's a bad song, but it's bad song-wise, but in terms of what it is, I can appreciate what it is, basically. It's not bad in terms of what it is, but for a song, it's nothing over the top. It's just meh. So that's been it from me today. Thank you all for watching my ranking of KSI Dissimulation. The album is out now. You can buy it from KSI's official store. I'll link that in the description. Be sure to stream it. Be sure to stream it on YouTube, Spotify, anything that you can stream it on. Purchase it on iTunes, etc. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Peace out.